Welcome everyone. Welcome back to Alvo World League and the set that brings you the live commentary, amateur hour commentary. I'm the Wolf Crazy. If you don't know who I am, we have been doing this sort of thing for a while now. We covered season 1 and also beta test league for Alvo. And with me is, of course, if you don't know him already, not only is he a member of the amateur hour commentary team and family, but he is also the captain of the champions of season 1, and also the Alvo Test League. O'Doyle, how's it going, man?
What's up? It's been a while. Hopefully, everybody had a good holiday and had a nice peace and love, and now we can get back to killing each other.
Yep, because that's what we do here in Alvo. Is nothing but slaying, bloodshed, and all that fun stuff. So, what the whole goal of today's stream is not tuning in before work. Nice. What's up, Dippy? What we're going to be doing is kind of going over just kind of our thoughts, but first we're going to review a few things. We're not going to review the rules. It seems as though everybody seems okay with the rules, and I also don't want to have an open discussion. We already did that before, and the season's starting in 2 days anyway, so no sense in bringing that up. But I do want to talk about the rosters. I want to talk about what our kind of thoughts are. A couple of the changes that have taken place since the more recent patches of in Alvo, and how that might affect things. But before all of that, let's welcome everybody who is in chat. We are live over on Twitch. We're live over on YouTube. And from what O'Doyle just told me, it sounds like we're on big screen. Is that true?
Yeah. I think Doom and a few of the Death Squad members are in there watching. If anybody wants to join.
Very cool. So we got Dinko, Puddles, Galindo, BB, music by Oats. Is this a new person?
All notes.
Music by Notes, or by Oats.
Oats.
Is this a first time chatter? I'm not sure. Anyway, if you just change your name, I have no idea who you are.
It's probably Step One Sounds. Is it Step One Sounds? Maybe.
Is it Step One?
Yeah, it's Step One. Yeah, that's Step One Sounds.
Oh, it says Step Remember? Here. Yeah, it says Step here. Okay, yeah. What's up, dude? Step. We got who else? We got, of course, you, O'Doyle. NGR. Step One. Wait, hold on. How? Yeah, music what? By Oats, and then Step One. You're confusing me, man. We got Mick Coles, and let's see who else. We got Veronica and Dippy and a couple other, and Black Mario. Look at that. We got a few people. What's up, Shell? And if you're also not like open to chatting, perfectly fine. Thank you for lurking. Appreciate you. G String, what's going on? Sagittarius, yeah, that's right. And Daytona, what's going on? Glad to see everybody's here. Hopefully, like O'Doyle said, hopefully you had a good holiday season, both Christmas if you celebrate, and also New Year's. Hopefully everybody's been safe. You're the king of lurking. Wonderful. Well, lurk away, sir. Did you have a pretty decent holiday, man? Everything safe and sound?
Yeah, a little different this year, but got to see the kids, and that was good. Got my son into Alvo now. He's slowly climbing the ranks. Yeah, he got up to level 20 the other weekend. So he's going to be playing with me a little bit now.
What platform? Just Meta?
Yeah, just Quest.
Yeah, cool. Any snow? Did you guys get any snow or anything like that?
We got like a little bit of ice. It was supposed to be snow. Yeah, look, the weatherman for the past few years has been very, 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 very wrong.
They're paid actors, man. I swear to God, they're paid actors.
I think it's just some kind of big conspiracy by the milk and bread people that are just like, hey, look, guys, not moving enough product here. Stuff's about to go bad. Can you say it's going to snow? And then as soon as they say that, then everybody like runs out like they think they're going to be out of society and from the civilization for like months. They're like, this may be the last chance we ever have to have some milk and bread. So we need to go get it.
Then we get the whole COVID toilet paper fiasco where it's flying off the shelves and everybody's hunkered down inside their houses. Yeah, we got some snow and immediately went away the next day because of all the rain and warmth and whatnot. So it was just like, what the hell was the point? It really hasn't even been a winter. But aside from that, like everything's been good. Everything's like the seasons went well. They went actually better than we had anticipated. So I'm feeling fortunate for that. We also have had the Christmas event that is ending in 2 days. in Alvo. If you guys haven't already gone around and slain some of your friends or community members, that's the only way that you can get those holiday treats, and you got to get 100 of them if you want the special event skin, which I think mildly moist.
skin.
Yeah, mildly moist. I don't know if it's going to return. I mean, we were fortunate to have the Halloween season skin return for the second year in a row, but I don't know if that's going to happen again. So you guys might as well hop in there, get into Publix, don't fight bots, got to kill your friends, I say in game, and be sure to pick up those sweets so that you can unlock that skin. Now, for those who are double shotgun users, I don't know if it's been updated yet, but they are aware that it was not ready for those, but that will be coming. So if you get the skin and you run with the double barrel shotguns, dual wield, you will have the skin at some point. So no worries about that.
I think Sean was working pretty feverishly at that just to get it out on time. And fighting through some COVID. I think so. Yeah, I mean, I remember that like the last week in beta when he was trying to get these patches ready. Yeah, he sounded pretty terrible. So hopefully Sean's feeling a lot better now. But yeah, he definitely cranked that out. And a new map. I mean, come on. Veranda. I mean, I know I've heard one person, if you ever watch this dirt, I know you don't like the map. I know you think it's too dark. But I personally love it. It's a great map. It's a nice, tight, close quarters map. Kind of reminds you of the old school monastery.
Yeah, okay, so visually, it's probably the best looking map. I'm gonna put it out there. I love most of the maps. I love all the map designs. In terms of gameplay, I love most of them. But there's something about Veranda, the lighting, the setting. I mean, you're on the cliffside. You're on the precipice of this rocky mountain cliffside, overlooking the water with a beautiful backdrop, what seems to be dusk. And the lighting is just great. It's great. And there's so much diversity within the house itself. It's going to make calling names, making call outs a lot easier. You got the theater, you got the billiards room, you got the barbecue social area, the front pool. If we could have a moderator ban that fucker out of our chat, I appreciate it. Stupid bots.
Civic Snows. That's funny.
It's just a complete bot. You have the weight room, you have the master suite. I mean, you have the lobby. You have so many different locations that are unique from each other, which makes it's going to make the callouts maybe difficult or maybe easy. I don't know. It depends. We'll talk a little bit about how that's going to play in the season and like what that might look like. Obviously based on our perspective and our opinion. But yeah, Veranda, I have to say, is a beautiful map, a great addition, and I cannot wait to see how it's going to be played. Let's see what else came with the new patch. We could talk about the prone and how the prone mechanic has been. That's been affected. But why don't we talk a little bit about that? Explain to them, Adoya, kind of like what's taking place there.
Okay, so, I mean, the way it was explained to me, bin bagging is the term for it. The reason it's called that is because in town, right by the ambulance, there's some trash cans there. And for our UK folks, they call trash bins or trash cans bins. And what was kind of popular is that you would crouch down prone, suck yourself back into the wall. All you could see is basically the head, maybe the shoulders. It was a pretty good tactic for a lot of people. They would find a corner, find a wall to get up on and suck themselves back into the wall. Sean and the crew have successfully made it to where you can only get to about a little bit below or above the knees. So you're not going to be able to suck back in the wall quite as much, and hopefully we'll have a lot less complaints about that. It personally never bothered me because I can still see their head, and I'm going for the head anyways. But I know a lot of people that have said it's kind of borderline cheating, whatever you want to call it. That they'll be happy to see that has been kind of corrected there. not fully corrected because you can still stick your feet through the wall, so you can still kind of see feet dangling. So definitely be careful of that. Speaking of veranda, be careful near that glass.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it can't be shot through unless you press your body against it. If they hit the glass and your body's against it, your body's still going to poke through just a hair, and you're going to get tagged.
It's a very good point. And yeah, just kind of ride the coattails of that statement. This was like a camper's dream, right? The campers loved
Yeah,
pushing themselves into corners. It was wonderful. And it's a tactic. It pisses everybody off, okay? It pisses me off too. But if you could effectively do it, it's a tactic. You just got to find a counter
yeah.
attack to it. But yeah, I think that the move by Outside In has really changed kind of like the dynamic of gameplay in all game modes, free for all, TDM, hardpoint, S&D. I think the way campers now camp, they're forced to play it a little bit differently. To make matters even more difficult for those who enjoyed that tactic, if you push yourself into a corner and go into crouch, you will be prevented from going prone at all. Also, if you push yourself up, if you back yourself into the wall and then you turn into what you believe a corner and think you're going to stay there, no, it's going to accommodate and push you out a little bit more so that you are no longer sucked right into that corner. So they did put in a system where you cannot effectively get yourself up to just your shoulders in the wall. And I think this is going to make life a little bit more less strenuous, less stressful for some people who have to combat that, myself included. Even though I did partake in it once in a while, so I'm not gonna deny that. But I feel it's gonna change the dynamic a little bit of league gameplay, especially for those who did do it. Not that I would say many of the pro players really were using that sort of tactic, but if you're in a 1v3 situation, I mean, it only makes sense. It's going to prove to be more difficult though, so keep an eye out for it. Start identifying areas where you are more effectively going to hide with this strategy, and where if your previous positions, if you were able to do it there, can you still do it or get away with it in a way that you're still kind of hidden. But that'll change things up for sure. uh Try to think if there's anything else in the patch. Spectator, I want to talk a little bit about that. That's still not up to snuff necessarily, but they do have colored outlines for players. And so anyone looking from the perspective of the spectator cam, which I do want to try to use, I'm going to run by a few teams just to see if they're willing to do it. It's not going to mess up any of the lobbies. I can almost guarantee that because I've tested it a couple of times. And it doesn't mess up the lobbies at all, doesn't cause any drops or anything like that. I know there was a concern about that last season, so we decided not do the spectator stuff, or not the last season, but Search and Destroy League. Uh, I think this season we'll be able to implement it, but I want to make sure everybody's comfortable. But it still isn't fully fledged out, but at least there are color outlines to differentiate between the teams. So that could be doable in some situations where both of our perspectives are completely eliminated, and maybe running that could be an effective way. I don't know. I'll leave that up to the teams to decide, and I'll keep posting that option to people as they set up their matches. And outside that, I don't know if there was anything else that I'm missing from the patch. Can't think of
Don't
anything.
really think so. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't think so. I don't think
Uh,
there's really much else,
the
much
only
else in it
thing,
other than quality of life.
yeah, the only thing that I was thinking of, and I don't know if this is just kind of a side note. Um, is it me, or does it feel like the trauma, the G36, has more recoil? Is that just me?
I mean, I'll be
It could
honest.
just be me. If I'm going crazy, tell me I'm going crazy. But for
I
some
mean,
reason, it feels like there's a bit more recoil.
I mean, I've been playing with it a little bit more here the past couple nights because I'm trying to get back into it. But I really haven't played with that a whole lot. I've either ran shotguns, machetes, or the Hurricane over the holiday season, as well as the Christmas skin. Mainly just because we had a lot of new people coming in. Don't want to really roll over all of them. It's a point of like where you kind of don't want to go too easy because that's kind of insulting at the same time. But yeah, definitely was taking it easier. So I mean, I played with it the past couple nights. I really haven't noticed that much of a difference from it.
No,
Um,
okay.
But I mean, I do know, like, are you trying to make longer shots? Because if it's something like that, if you're trying to make those distant shots, that is definitely a thing. If you weren't used to making the long distance shots with the G36, like, it definitely walks a lot worse if you're trying to hit a far shot. You got to definitely, kind of burst it if you're trying to make a shot from far away.
Yeah, well, I think
But
that's part of what the issue was. Is like, usually when I shoot, I don't have an issue getting a kill in a reasonable time. But for some reason, lately it feels like it walks a lot more, and maybe it's just because my shooting has gotten rusty. I'm willing to admit when I'm
it's
starting to
possible.
suck. But
Yeah.
with a little bit more practice, like I'm starting to burst a little bit more, and I'm starting to follow the trajectory of the recoil a little bit more. So it's not so much of a problem. But when I was hopping back into the game, it just felt different than what I remember it. So I don't know. Maybe I'm just paranoid. Maybe I'm just delusional. I don't know what it is. But if anyone else has felt that, make me feel comfortable and like not alone in this. But if I am alone in it, so be it. As
Yeah,
for
man,
new,
I'm
oh,
looking
go
at
ahead.
updates. It looked like maybe this might have a little bit of something to do with it. It does say that Sean refined rear grab areas.
Okay,
He
yeah, that
fixed
could have had something to do with it then.
Yeah, it says, fixed zoom scope not working when switching between loadouts. And I mean, I've also heard a couple reports from a few people saying that, like, the gun's going kind of like wonky from time to time. But I know the team's aware about it and looking for how to correct that. Which they're really fast on that. So
Yeah,
that's a thing. But it also says they hardpoint S&D objectives no longer visible until the match starts. Remove the bot indicator from the kill feed. Fix. Oh, remember the S&D bug where the little plant sites would turn green?
yep.
He fixed that. Fixed incorrect avatars being displayed in some scenarios. Kill feed not timing out if you're looking into a zoom scope. Fixed a fence collider in factory. Objects disappearing in desert. Change starting map to retreat, which is instead of, it used to be town, now it's retreat.
I haven't
Like when you
experienced
first
that
loaded
yet.
in. Yeah, I saw it the other night, and I was like, oh man, okay, so we got a full lobby here, we got a game going on, but no, it was just our team started. So yeah, so retreat will be the first map that starts because it used to be town. He has added some Steam support.
Which
Fixed.
have an update for that for you guys.
Yes, we get to that in a moment. Reduced distance, you can prone into objects, of course, we just talked about. Fixed a bug where a high rank player can join a low rank match. Character rotates when prone according to ground angle. Trying to see anything else here. Hold the grab setting now affects both hands.
Which is great for those who actually run with not automatic but the manual reload system. Now you actually have to hold the gun. Now there's a way around it. For example, when you first start in the match, you're already automatically holding the gun. If as long as you don't press the grip button, you don't have to worry about holding the grip button at all. It's the moment that you actually press it that you have to continue to hold it. So please keep that in mind. And until they actually put a system in place where you can attach it to your body, like whether it's the chest or the hip or over the shoulder or whatever, where it will stay static, until that happens, be sure to hold on to that grip button so the gun doesn't get away from you. And
Thanks for stopping by, Dippy.
was there anything else
Um,
on that list?
he fixed the. I don't know if you remember. There's kind of like a little minor audio bug in privates where people wouldn't be able to hear. He fixed that. That was the other big fix because I know that was kind of like a big complaint coming up to the holiday season, and he fixed that in that patch. So
Yeah, that was awfully frustrating. I'm glad they were able to figure that out. Just to address some of the comments, okay. Puddles, you are right. It's probably me blaming something for the reason why I suck. Um, I tend to do that a lot. I don't like to be my. I don't like things to be my fault. If you ever watch my streams, you know. Um, it could also be the fact that I'm getting old. Need slugs in the shoddy? That'd be nice. I would suggest rather than putting slugs in the current shotgun, just get a new shotgun. More weapon variety would be nice. We have two different kinds of shotguns. We have the short double barrel dual wield shotguns, and then the pump action shotgun. Which some people, there are some new players coming in who are rocking it with the shotgun. Can I just say how happy that makes me, knowing that people are willing to pick different weapons and just run with them and try them out and find a lot of success with it? I mean, it's crazy. I've been watching Daft's videos, and he's doing pistol runs. And this dude's nailing headshots left and right. I don't want to fucking face this guy. I just don't. He's too good, man. If he could do that with a pistol, put an assault rifle in his hand, forget it. It's crazy. Love it.
Well, he's great with the pistols. He I don't know if you can see it on PlayStation, but he has some pretty high scores on pistol whip.
Okay, so he's getting his practice, and maybe we all have to do a little pistol whip then.
Yeah, pistol whip definitely helps. The shotties are. I mean, it'd be nice to get like a semi-auto shotty. Like, give me maybe not make it OP and give it like 20 rounds or anything like that. Maybe give me a 5-round like auto shotgun that would. You could pump out 5 rounds real quick.
Yeah, and it would have to be like close range, right? It can't be broken like a Modern Warfare type of shotgun where it's like auto shotty that can hit like 40 meters out, It wouldn't.
Right.
God almighty. All right, so let's see. Another change that I also want to let you guys know is we are no longer going to be in retreat. This is the last time you will see us in retreat. We have a whole new set. We're going to keep this set accessible to us, but we're going to have a whole new set, and until Titch wants to unveil it, which will likely be on next week, but I don't know if he wants to unveil it early in Discord, but it's going to be on a new map, and a map that I feel is underappreciated in a lot of ways. And O'Doyle, actually, you had recommended the map and even recommended the spot, and honestly, it's turning out incredible. I think it's probably one of my favorite sets so far. So I'm excited to showcase that for you guys. You didn't unveil it well, I'm not going to tell them where it is. That's the unveiling, Puddles. You got to listen to my words here. Got my words. All right, so let's get into the nitty-gritty stuff. Let's talk about the rosters. We'll start with that, and let's see. Let me get over onto the appropriate screen here. We're gonna switch desks. And we're going to go to a huge screen here. Oda, could you just talk real quick? I want to make sure the audio is good.
Check. Mic check, 1, 2.
All right. So for Season 2, we have 8 teams. There was another team that had signed up, but they couldn't bring together more players, so I had to remove them. And all these teams have pretty much done everything that is necessary prior to the season starting. Albeit one team has already confirmed with me that they will be paying. It's just, there were some things that were preventing them, but at least they communicated, so they're approved to come in. But outside that, anyone else who may have created an account, thank you for creating an account over on Gaming Synergy, our partners over from the UK. Their website is phenomenal, very easy to use. Once you use it, we used it for Season 1, and we're going to continue to use it here on out. So if you haven't created an account, you can still create an account, and you can actually follow this season. You can follow this without actually participating in the league. So even if you don't want to depend on us or go to the Discord or go to any other social app, go to gaming-synergy.co.uk, create an account, and follow Alvo World League Season 2, and you can stay up to date on the standings and everything. And you can also see the score lines because there's different views. If you're familiar with it, you know what I'm talking about. If not, you can always reach out to us for some help in trying to understand how to navigate the website, but it's a great website. So starting off, we got Carnage, and I'm pretty certain some of these might have to be up. I know the Discord ones have been updated. If you guys haven't updated your Gaming Synergy roster, please do so, but this is what's currently in Gaming Synergy. We have Crispy, Slice, Step 1, Dinko, Galindo, Slow Ass, Dippy, Leo, and King. And what's interesting about this roster is Slow Ass joining the roster. Seeing him come from Trauma, as Trauma will not be competing this season, he is coming to Carnage, which is scary because Carnage is already a stacked roster, in my opinion. Already a stacked roster. And now you add yet another beast to the mix. look out third place. They are going to fly right by you. I got a feeling they're going to be in the 1-2 slot.
Very possible. Yeah, I mean, I like the new logo too. That's pretty good.
That's sweet, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
I can't pop it up.
And then of course they also added Dippy from Death Squad. So that I think what last season they had just enough for a full roster. No, wait, they had a couple more. They had like maybe what 6, 7 players last season.
Yeah.
So it's nice. They just got a little more leeway with play times because I know a lot of them were on the West Coast, or more towards that time zone. So that just gives them a little bit more flexibility with scheduling.
It's always nice when you have a full roster because then you have a lot of confidence with being able to schedule a little bit more regularly. Next in line, we got your team, Death Squad, leading the charge, Doom, you, and NGR, along with Hickory Boone, Diver Boy, Earl, BB, Gabba, which is great to see him coming back to play, Galaxy 6, and Prince Nils. I mean, the returning champions have just added more champions to their roster. I mean, this is crazy, man. It's crazy.
Yep. And we picked up Nils and picked up Gabba. I mean, Gabba always kind of like he was always in the server. I mean, I remember I played with Gabba during the beta league. Me and Leaf and Gabba played against everybody. So we've always been in the same server. So we kind of would split up the teams. That's how Gabba Army got started. They were like kind of the overflow of our teams because you could only have 10. So Gabba had that, and unfortunately had a little bit of bad luck with his team. So yeah, he's back on the main roster now. And I tell you what, like the guy does not like S&D, but he's pretty damn good at it.
Which I don't understand. I don't understand. You're good at it. Why don't you like it? I don't know. I mean, to each their own.
It's just too slow. It's just too slow. He likes the live, die, repeat type stuff, and I have to say I agree. I like those TDM hardpoint modes better. But S&D is good fun. It gets the blood pumping, and definitely a nice little pickup was Prince Nils. Don't know how we stole him from the grandpas, but very very glad to have him on the squad.
Yeah, really good lineup there. You guys are definitely going to be difficult to topple. So good luck to everybody, and good luck to you guys. Next on the list is German Grandpas. Now, I want to talk a lot about these guys. Well, I could talk a lot about any of these teams, but this team in particular, they were on the rise last season. Like, without this current roster, what they had in season 1, like, I loved watching them in the beta test league. I love watching them in general because they're very fun. They're a very fun group. But they've added a couple of people here, which I'm excited to see how this turns out in the end. But regardless, this is a team that's up and coming, and we need to be on the lookout. I think their performance is going to be even better than what we saw in season 1. So for the German Grandpas, we got Spezzy, EOD Meister, who's been pumping out content. If you guys haven't checked it out, go check out his stuff. It's really cool stuff. I love seeing that stuff being pumped out every single day. Andy, Snug, Icarus, TB Project, Bamblebee, Mystery, Black Mario, and Marblin Andy. Now, I don't know who Marblin Andy is. Do you have any idea who this might be? Is this a new player? Is this a returning player on a different account?
I've played with him a few times, but I'm not sure. If it's like maybe someone that's related to Andy, or maybe I'm not sure. I think it's Berlin Andy. But maybe maybe he's from Berlin. I don't know. Maybe Mario can speak to it since he's in chat. But yeah, I mean, like you said, like this has been a very strong team. They've done better every single season. They're always super fun to play with. Lots of laughs, and adding Mario to the lineup here. With all these other killers, this might just be the season that they've put all the right pieces together to just be an unstoppable force.
And here's one thing that I've thought about, because we often say that it's one player cannot make a team, right? But one player can change a team. And Mario, being as good as he is and having the history of success that he's had in the competition scene, even if he doesn't play every single game, the practice that they have is going to change how everybody else plays as well. And he's going to come with different information that maybe what the original roster had in mind. So different strategies, different hiding places, maybe come in with new tactics or whatever. So it'll be interesting to see how they do this season, given that they have not only 2 new members, I believe Marble and Andy is new to the scene, but they also have a really well-known and very strong player in Black Mario.
Yeah, Mario said actually, Marblin has been playing for a while, but he is new to the league. Because I know I've not seen him in the league yet, but unless his name has changed from a past season. But at any rate, yeah.
Yeah, best of luck to them. I'm excited to watch how they progress. Next, we have Hacks. We have Nizmac, Dirt, Nasty, Vicky, Violent Veronica, who's, if you didn't watch last season, she could be a clutch player, man. Padflow, Dan Solo, Captain Caveman, Randy Leahy. Did I say that right?
Randy Leahy. That looks right.
Okay, right. Karmatic and Captain Domino. Now,
I know
who Randy Leahy is. This is not a new player. And it's not my place to divulge who it is, but regardless, just know that they're a fantastic player. I'm happy to see them back into the fray, but in this case, under a new name. Hacks is another one of those teams that's really fun. They have a lot of really nice people on the team, and they have a lot of people who have a lot of individual skill. The only thing that I saw in season 1 where they faltered a bit was just confidence in their strategy. Like, they had the right thing in their head. They knew what they wanted to do, but the execution was either slow or there was some confusion. I hope in the off season that they have kind of tightened that up, and they come forward with a lot more confidence in what they had, because they have so much potential here. It's just a matter of executing quickly with confidence. So, best of luck to them. I'm excited to see, especially with Randy Leahy being on the team. Like, this'll change things up for sure. Knowing who this person is and the skill that they have. Just like with Black Mario, I think in terms of practice, this is going to be a significant advantage, and it's going to elevate them to a much higher level. I think they're going to be much greater competition, and I expect to see them either in the middle of the pack or maybe a little bit above the middle.
So Randy Leahy. So are we talking like old school OG, or are we like, that left before the Quest hit the scene, or are we talking just new old school?
No, old school PlayStation player. Just very strong competitor from the UK. Next team on the list, Mana. Which their logo.
I love the puppet
dope.
thing. I can't. Well, she's got real puppets of all the characters, so I'm waiting for the show. Wicked, where's the show coming? I want Sesame Street.
I forget. There's someone on the. It's someone on the team.
Slayson.
I think it was Slayson.
Slayson
right?
makes it. Yeah,
he makes them. That's fucking talent, bro.
Yeah,
like that is awesome.
I think supposedly like he made them for like a major production for something, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm getting my facts right. So yeah, definitely.
It's crazy talent, man. Even regardless of gameplay, like in how someone performs there, these are awesome because they not only do they have your standard like Muppet faces, right? But there's also the customized zombie one, the Backrooms one, and then they also have the pumpkin face Halloween skin.
Right.
I mean, those. I don't know. I'm getting my jollies off on it. So cool. Love it. Love the artwork. The roster: Slayson, Wicked, Belv, Ninka, which I'm so glad to see Nin in here. Jeremy Dag, Old Stout. Love seeing Old Stout in here. And Junior Teabagger and Tally. Now, this is a bit of this roster is kind of like a culmination of some people who have played competition in the past, some players who have been playing the game but not been in competition, and I think this, like, Wicked has, I know, really been trying to put together a roster ever since Devil's Spit that they're not only cohesive in terms of communication, but they also have fun together. And I know she's struggled with this ever since the test league. But I got a good feeling about this one. I got a good feeling about this roster. All these players have been playing together for quite a bit, and I can't wait to see the cohesion. I really want to see a team that Wicked has put together that can really do some damage. And I got a good feeling about this. I've been playing with and against Wicked and Slayson quite a bit lately, along with Jeremy. And Old Stout's always up in the fray, so I always get to come across him. I haven't seen Tally in a while. I haven't come across Tally in a while. I'm sure he's playing, but they've been putting in the work. So I'm excited to see where Menomina goes this season.
Well, they've definitely put together a pretty good S&D team. Old Stout's always coming in clutch in S&D. Tally's very proficient at it. Wicked came from Firewall. RIP First Contact.
Yep.
That was kind of sad news over the holiday. But at any rate, yeah, no, they've got a definitely good team put out for this season. Jeremy's like, I think he just started around the time of the end of last season. He's a very good player. I haven't played that much with Junior Teabagger. It might be somebody that's changed their name, so that might be why I don't recognize the name as much. And Slayson is always a killer. So yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting to see what this team does this season.
Good luck to you guys. And moving on, we got Paragon, which is going to be Puddles, Shell, Schlev, Z, myself. We're going to go in and change that because I'm not the Wolf Craze anymore. I'm Almighty Anamusha. Guys just call me Wolf. Don't try to pronounce my other name. Everybody always gets confused. We got Appaller, Flyboy Pilot, PJ, Jason, and 2 12s. The only change in this roster at present is Jason. Jason is newer. We were looking for a 10th. We did try to go through a couple others, and we ended up landing on Jason, and he has been a great addition. Very fun to practice with, a very good player, standalone. But, Paragon, we came in very strong in season 1 as a brand new team. We came out in first place at the end of regulation season and ended up placing 4th for the entire thing. So at the end of season 1, we felt really good about our general performance, given that prior to this team coming together for season 1 and me busting on Puddles, I never played with any of these guys at all that I can recall in any confidence. Like, I don't even this was pretty much the first time I got to know anyone on this roster. And what was great about it when we all got together is we just clicked. We all get along. We all have laughs. Sometimes when I'm coked up on whatever it is I had that night, that we end up having a lot of fun, especially during practice. But the nice thing is that we really do take things seriously, and we have like this very rigid schedule to start of when we practice, and we really put forth the effort to be the best that we can be coming out. And it really showed in season 1 at the end of regulation. It was just the playoffs where we faltered. So we're poised and ready to come at everybody again this season. And but I'll tell you, the way these rosters are looking, we might not be first at the end of regulation. I'll be honest with how things are looking. But I'm ready. I know the team's ready. I'm excited.
How's 12's doing? I hadn't seen him. I hadn't played with him in a long, long time. Hopefully his recovery's going well. If you're watching 12's or you get this, y'all talk to him. Anybody, tell him O'Dole says what's up. Hope he's doing well.
Yeah, recovery's going well so far. Reigning Havoc, we got 2 left. We got Reigning Havoc and Repeat Offenders. Reigning Havoc is a culmination of some members who were originally on Devil's Spit, if I remember correctly.
That's correct. Yep.
And so they have created a new group, Reigning Havoc. Left Cross, Hellbound, Redneck Napalm, DJ Token, Allegua, Fire, and Blonde Baller Gemini. Love all these guys. Love all these guys. This is a pretty stacked roster. I can see them placing in the top 5 relatively easily going into postseason playoffs. I don't have much to say other than left cross has very oftentimes in Publix pissed me off. Not because I don't like him, but he's so damn good at his positioning. It could be scary sometimes. And he's also very mobile. He's got very good mobility. Him being placed as captain makes complete sense. And then he's got the support of Hellbound and Redneck. In particular, I want to point those two out because they play often and they too are very difficult to go up against with their mobility and their ability to shoot. So, in terms of movement, these guys have it, and they're definitely a team to look out for.
Oh
yeah. And I'm going to have to move over just a little bit. Repeat offenders, they are a returning team as well. We got Disgruntled, Dung Beetle, Biggin, Justin Johnson, One Redman, Solo Knight, Nickel, Slick Rick, and Senator Spellman. Nickel is crazy good. What an addition to have on repeat offenders. I didn't know Nickel until they got on repeat offenders, and then I faced them in public matches, and damn, what an addition. Slick Rick, if anyone knows who Slick Rick is, knows he has a history of really good gameplay. Another great addition. Senator Spellman, don't know who you are, but you are amongst legends. So, do you know who Senator Spellman is?
I've played it. I'm not sure exactly who it is, but I have played Senator Spellman a few times, and they're pretty good players as well. The one thing I will say about, from just at least my experience playing against Nickel and Slick Rick, they are very deadly players, but they are yet to, hopefully this is the season they gel as a team player. They're definitely, kind of like some of the grandpas, like had some very strong free for all players. Andy still has the top of the leaderboard for Quest, and
Crazy.
he's gotten to be a better team player. Here going on technically the third season of this. So I mean, hopefully they've kind of worked that out and figured out how to work, fluently and together as a team. Because you can't just be that one big alpha dog killing everybody. You got to be able to complement your team. But yeah, definitely Nickel and Slick Rick, if they can put this together to where they figured out how the other members of the team play, kind of like Disgruntled, Dung Beetle, and Johnson are. They always know what each other are doing. If they can put that together, this will be a team to reckon with.
So that is going to conclude our quick review of the rosters and the teams playing. Good luck to everybody. We already have 2 games confirmed and scheduled. So if you guys are the captains and or lieutenants in the Discord and you haven't arranged your first week match, please get on that. You have till I would say next Sunday to complete that. Make sure that they do happen. We're going to try to cover as much as we possibly can, of course, over here on Amateur Hour Commentary. But best of luck to everybody. I can't wait to see how these games turn out. They're going to be exciting. And to your point about teamwork, this season in particular, I think is going to require a lot of teamwork, especially now that everybody's familiar with the format. Everybody knows what to expect. People have found maps that they have really gotten good with. It's going to be even more pressing this season, in my opinion. Now, before we talk about anything else, I do want to quickly go over the bracket system for postseason stuff. I am using challenge.com. If you guys don't know what this is pretty much a free application on the internet that you can use. And they're
is that French? Challenge?
I'm not sure.
Challenge? Or is it challenge?
Well, it is pronounced it is spelled CHALLONGE.
Oh, okay.
So
it's being a little fancy with it.
Yeah, I don't know if that was intentional or not. It could be French. So. But if you guys don't know what this is, you can set up so many different forms of brackets, like different variations of brackets, to meet any kind of competition need. So it's a great application. If you guys want to utilize it yourself, you could do that. Now, ignore the placements here, okay? Because these are mundane and like they're not indicative of anything right now, okay? The arrangement will be different depending on end of regulation play, because that's when the seeding will be determined, and then I will end up putting in the proper seeding, which puts you in the proper bracket here, okay? So just ignore what's currently in here. This is just for example purposes. Now, the way we're doing things different in the playoffs, going into the end of the season where it's elimination, it's going to be a double elimination. This decision was made because there was a feeling that the way the playoffs ran last season, it really didn't give the teams at the bottom of the seeding list an opportunity to come back and try to compete against the higher seeded teams. So not only are we splitting it into two different groups, Group A and Group B, but there's also going to be a losers bracket, or a redemption bracket, as some people are calling it. Whatever, it's a losers bracket, guys. You lose, there's winners and losers. But there's going to be a losers bracket where they can work their way and compete to try to, again, go against whoever is winning in the upper bracket. So not only are we splitting up the seed listing going into playoffs by splitting it into groups, but now we're also creating an opportunity for redemption for teams who might lose in their first or second round or what have you. Hopefully this format goes well. It might extend the playoffs a little bit, so the season might get extended a little bit more than kind of what we experienced in season 1. But this was in response to people wanting more of an opportunity to get to the finals. So hopefully it plays out well. So just so you know, this is how the format is. It automatically splits it up based on seeding. You can see 1 versus 4, 2 versus 3, blah, blah, blah. And this is all dependent on the players or the team standing. So you'll actually see, you have an option to see it there. And I will, of course, share this with everybody as it goes on, or as we progress to this stage of the season.
Yeah.
All right. There we go. Okay, back to the desk. All right. Hopefully we haven't lost anyone. Hopefully everybody's still here. Last season was some amazing games. Yeah. I was really excited about the Search and Destroy tournament that was run as well. If everybody enjoyed that, between seasons, we can continue to put on events like that if that's what people are interested in. I don't know. How'd you feel about the Search and Destroy tournament?
I mean, I thought it was good. You had a lot of little, camaraderie, a nice little break for everybody. They, kind of got out of the intense fight that was last season. I know Dippy Chaos has talked about putting on a, I think it's like going to be like a free for all tournament. I think he's going to call it Alone. I think he's going to start it after the season. So that might be something that would be kind of cool to cover. Just depending on what format he decides. I would like to see a free for all tournament, just like, maybe something like once a month on a Saturday or something that where everybody could make it if they wanted to. I think that'd be neat. Maybe not gets things so whatever, so sweaty. Maybe a word of advice I can give to all the teams, the captains that might be paying attention right now. Definitely for this season, in the weeks leading up to the actual tournament, try not to stress yourselves out. Play everybody. Just have fun with it. Just, you obviously want to make it in what is it going to be, the top 8? Or now with the redemption bracket, do you get a chance to, even if you're at the bottom, do you have a chance to come back?
There is a chance, yeah. So as it states in the rules, the top 8 teams will be moving forward. And in this situation, since we have that, everybody is just going to be moving on. So why does that sound silly? It's because if we had 10 teams, then at least 2 teams their season would conclude at the end of regulation. But since we have the exact number of teams competing, then everybody's going to be moving forward, and the regulation is just to determine seeding in the final playoff section, and that will determine their matchups. Now, some people are asking how, they're wondering how a free-for-all tournament would go. Well, if you use the challenge bracket system, you can actually put people into a bracket, and then whoever comes in, let's say since it's a room of 10, you could have it so in the first round, the top 8 players will move forward, and then you have another round where the top 4 players will move forward, And then I don't know, you could have it where the last round is the top 3 players or whatever, however you want to run it. But you could have it so like each round you have some sort of elimination happening to determine who actually comes out victorious.
Yeah.
So
But
totally doable.
definitely have fun with the regular season, guys. Get everybody playing time. Refine your skills, and then get to the tournament, and then get ready to get sweaty, because it's going to get serious when it gets to that point. But yeah, like I said, it's fun to have the stats during regular season. But personally, I think it's better to have the fun during regular season, and then save the sweatiness and the saltiness for the tournament time.
All right. I don't know if there's much else to discuss. I think we've kind of covered everything.
Except for the one little thing that's hanging out there that we have a lot of people, I think, that are kind of antsy for. Maybe not so many in the chat, but I mean, I think you've been playing around with it here for about 2 weeks. I didn't even know it was live, but apparently it is.
Yep, my bad.
For the beta testers.
So, for those who have been questioning the release of Steam, like, is that ever going to happen? Yes, it is happening right now. The Steam version is live for those who have access to it. So myself included and a few others. I was actually just leveling up. I'm at like level 20 something right now. I've been playing in the lower ranks, but I'm going to be switching that off momentarily when I get guns that I'm feeling pretty good. Like I should be able to compete with all of you at level 50. But if you see a PC icon or something, that's a beta tester, but it is live. It's operating. It's functioning. You cannot buy the game yet on Steam, but just know, like, for anyone who is interested in the progression of the Steam version, yes, it is running very well. There's a bit of a hold up for quality assurance on other headsets because obviously, as you all know, I run with the Quest 2. So that was at the forefront, the easiest to adapt to Steam. But you also have the HPV Reverb. You have
the Vive.
The Vive. You have the Pimax. I'm pretty certain the Pimax was one of them. You have Windows Mixed Reality, Index. You have all these that have to go through quality assurance testing. But it seems as though the progression of the quality assurance testing is going smoothly. So we can expect a Steam release. I think, don't hold me to this because I don't know the release date. But I would say within the month sounds reasonable with how well things are going. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed it releases soon. I'm going to continue to hop in once in a while in the Steam version. So if you see me running around, it's under Almighty Onimusha. You'll see that. But don't be overly surprised. But yeah, it is running well. So for anyone curious, there's the update on the Steam stuff, which is nice. Makes me really, really happy. And I, of course, had to buy new, why can I not think of new cups for my Quest controllers because my other ones broke. So they're coming in to work with my ProTube. If you guys want to go to protube.com, protubevr.com, check out some of their stuff. I cannot recommend it enough. The quality that you get is just incredible. And with how aggressive I am with using it, like it is incredibly durable. So if you guys want to check it out, definitely go to protubevr.com and get some of their stuff. It's a little costly, but I guarantee you will almost never replace it unless you're getting new cups for a new platform. So, hey, Titch, what's going on? You came in right at the end. With that being said, thank you for reminding me of that, O'Doyle. Since obviously my brain isn't working at full capacity, was there anything else that we need to talk about?
I don't think so. We're getting started. You got your first match that's confirmed there Thursday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then you'll have the second match that's confirmed on Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But yeah, we definitely got 2 matches already scheduled, so everybody else, get on it. You got time's a ticking.
All right, cool. Well, we are going to come to the end of this pre-season show. Hopefully, this was informative and helpful for you guys. Hopefully, you enjoyed your time. I do want to give a shout out to Gaming Synergy. Over on Gaming Synergy Pro League, they have created a league for Firewall Ultra. Because Gaming Synergy is our partner, I want to give them a shout out. They are starting the Firewall Ultra League. If you are interested in it, it is running on UK time. But because it is dedicated, there are dedicated servers now, is open to anyone. So if you want to, regardless of where you are in the world, if you want to join the team, you can participate. If you weren't aware that it exists, you can. Well, now you do. There is a Discord for that specifically, and they also use the Gaming Synergy website at gaming-synergy.co.uk. So if you want to follow along with that as well, be sure to check it out. I don't know when that's actually going to be starting, but it should be starting, I would say, within the next couple of months. So if you want to fine tune your craft in Ultra, be sure to start that now. Check out the league, and definitely don't miss out on Alvo World League either. But shout out to Gaming Synergy for always supporting us and helping us through all the league preparation stuff.
Stream what's up, Karen?
I'm trying to hold Wolfrance. I'm telling you. Okay. Yep.
She snuck in.
Well, I think that's it. We're going to conclude that here. Thank you all so much for tuning into Amateur Hour Commentary, your one and only broadcaster for the Alvo World League. Good luck to all the teams starting on the 15th. Can't wait to see how things turn out. But that's going to be it for us here. I'm the Wolf Craze. That gentleman over there, stud as ever, is O'Doyle. We'll see you guys at the start of the season. Good luck. Peace out. Enjoy.
Later.